Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. Testing the audio. Testing the audio. Yo, 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 yo. Pete Kundo. Pete Kundo. Obsession, transition, motivation, inspiration. Obsession, motivation, inspiration. Obsession, motivation, inspiration. Obsession is about semen retention. Obsession is about attention. Obsession is about intention. Obsession is about motivation. Obsession is a movie about semen retention. Yo! Well, here is the stream. SLX, you just watched Obsession. And I had to skip through some parts because they were so crazy. Number one, when the evil Nikki smashed Sarah's face in with like the car wheel and the brick, dude, I had to skip forward. That shit was too crazy. When the evil Nikki shot Ian, I had to skip through that part too. Okay? Obsession is not a horror film. Obsession is not a thriller. Obsession isn't even a movie, okay? Obsession is a masterclass about semen retention. Why do you think that they chose a music store as the backdrop? Okay? It's because instead of going to go, what is the right word? I don't know, be a weird social media stalker. What is it called? Like a social media worshiper? What even is the terminology? Someone like just doesn't know what to do with their life, okay? And just like looks at girls in a weird way. The reason why they chose a music store is because you can fundamentally change your life if you just spend time in a music store. What I don't understand is they could have done a lot more scenes in the music store because the entire movie, the music is scary, right? So imagine if they did scenes like more, they should have just had the whole movie be at the music store. It would have decreased the budget, okay? And it would have been easier for the, what is it called? It would have been easier on the budget, and it would have been easier for the characters to actually like, how I say this, like, the movie Obsession could happen in one night, if that makes sense. Everything could have happened at the music store. They put the One Wish Willow somewhere randomly. He does it randomly, and the entire movie could have been at the music store. The reason why I say it's a masterclass is because if you look at the backdrop of the music stores, there's pianos, there's trumpets, there's whatever. My take is, why didn't they do something with that? They could have had Evil Nikki play some weird ass chords. Like, you are the four main characters, Sarah, Ian, Bear, and Nikki, work at a music store, yet they never touch any of the instruments in the music store. There's only one scene where Sarah and Bear are sitting down eating lunch, where Bear's eating the cat, which this is kind of a play in real life. Bears don't eat cats, but bears eat fish. Cats eat fish. 6, 7, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, because they only had one scene of them interacting with the instruments, it was the one scene where Bear and Sarah were having lunch that he and her were sitting at the piano. Other than that, the cast never interact with the music store, and I don't know why. They could have easily done it where Sarah and Nikki like are off somewhere else, and then Nikki starts playing the piano or whatever. This is what I don't understand, okay? The spell or the wish that was casted is I wish that Nikki loved Bear more than anyone else, right? So because of that, the movie directors, they removed her interaction with any other character. I think it would have been really effective if they had her still interacting with other characters. Because if any of you notice, as soon as the wish is casted, she never talks to Sarah ever again. She never talks to anyone else ever again. Even at the Ian party scene, she's like not actually interacting with anyone else except for Bear, you know? And I don't even know who the guy is, but his acting debut, okay. W acting debut. Sarah and him and Ian, the three of them, acting debut. The reason why I say it's a semen retention masterclass is because I've said this in my relationship and dating live stream. In my relationship and dating live stream, I talked about this. As a man, you are never, ever supposed to choose who your partner is going to be. How does that make any sense? The reason is because a woman have the eggs. The eggs are the intuition. This is why if you are a guy in the Riz content, you're a pickup artist, you're whatever, it never seems to work. Okay, and the song, Be Careful What You Wish For, You Might Just Get It. This is literally the showing of that quote. Because he wished for it, but he got it, and it was fucked up. This is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. The reason why this is a semen retention movie is because Ian also was losing at semen retention. If Ian didn't put pressure on this weird cringe, if Ian didn't put pressure on his no, don't say it to her, because human by nature, we're sinners, we're evil. We want to do what we're not supposed to do. So by Ian telling Bear, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, it makes Bear want to do it even more. Okay? And here's the thing is, like, obviously it's a movie, obviously it's scripted, okay? But Bear knew that this shit was fucked up. But the nut, the fucking penis, bro, the shaft, the balls, the testicles, the urethra. This is why, and think about it, for guys, it's a lot easier to master semen retention. Because all it is just a slab of meat. Your penis is just a slab of meat. Just let it be. Never touch it, never whatever, just let it be. If you think about it innately, your penis doesn't do anything. It just exists. But the reason why, and it was so fucked up, but the sexual assault scene where after Nikki and Bear go to the diner, Bear says, Nikki, are you lying to me about your dad having cancer? Nikki freaks out. They go back and then Bear essentially assaults her. And then if you watch the scene, Nikki's expression is dead. But the thing is whose body is in that moment? Because, mind you, the writers, and this shit fucked me up. When Nikki was sleeping and then her voice said, kill me, kill me, kill me, I was like, yo, what the fuck am I watching? They did that so well to the fact that you realize, holy shit, she's been in the back wheel and the sexual assault scene in that moment, was it the fake Nikki or the real Nikki, or was it like a quagmire of both? The reason why I say this is a semen retention movie is because what does Ian wish for? Ian could have, if Ian really liked Nikki, Ian could have been like, oh, I want Nikki to like me instead. But Ian didn't care. He wanted money. And in my opinion, Ian is the true winner. Because to a certain extent, Ian had to have known that Nikki was some kind of crazy, even before the freaky wish was implanted. So for Ian, he kind of was pushing Nikki away because he knew that she was bad. And I don't even mean the evil version of her. I mean the regular version of her still. What I mean by this. She could have, obviously it's a movie, it's scripted. But after Bear drops her off, why didn't she just run inside the house? You see what I'm saying? Is because, and this is so sad, bro, but this contradicts everything that I just said. Earlier I said, men cannot choose the woman. Women have to choose the man. And so, Nikki could have easily ran inside the house. Bear, get the fuck away from me. Fuck off. Fuck you. I don't care. But she didn't. She continued 3 times. Nikki didn't, when she got out the car, when Bear dropped her off, she didn't just do one cycle back. She did a double take and then a triple take. Shout out Apex Legends. She did a triple take. Okay, precision choke, 72 damage headshot, close up, like a shotgun. She triple took because Bear just kept spitting out bullshit out of his mouth. Why? And it's just so sad, bro. And this is so sad. Even though the eggs have intuition, biologically, women still... Fuck, bro. Fuck humans. Damn it. Even though the eggs are supposed to choose the man, because eggs in the woman's womb have the intuition, okay? Even though, right? The issue is... Not the issue, but fuck, bro. Biologically, humans are built and designed to survive. That even though she doesn't like Bear, the fucking eggs still need sperm to create babies. So it's like, even though I don't like you, Bear, even though I want to save my intuition and my eggs for a higher male, a higher purpose or whatever, it's fucked up, but biologically, we don't want to not die. The closest sperm and the closest eggs come together, benevolent of whatever else circumstances. Fuck, bro. Biologically is crazy. Now, I'm going to do a complete left. This video was obviously about obsession, but fuck that. We're talking about one battle after another. The truest semen retention movie in all the existence. Why? The main character was birthed and she was raised by not even related to her. Bob Ferguson has literally 0 blood relationship to the daughter. If any of you watch One Battle After Another, Bob Ferguson, the adopted father of the main character, has 0 blood relation to the main character. Then, the weird army sergeant that the black woman essentially conceived the daughter from, okay, he, at the end of the movie, died twice. And this goes back to Euphoria Season 3. Spoilers. Actually, no, I'm not going to spoil it. Go watch Euphoria Season 3. The guy that was at the weird army surgeon manifested his own death. Because he didn't actually want to be a member in the Christmas Rangers or whatever. It's not about the results. It's about the journey. The guy, he got shotgunned. His truck went crazy. Somehow he survived. Went to the highest level of the buildings and they gassed him to death. And then they incinerated him. But to a certain extent, that is God's mercy. Because after he became a Christmas Ranger, what else is there to do? It's not about being a Christmas Ranger. It's about the journey to get to becoming a Christmas Ranger. Okay? In the Obsession movie, it was not about actually making Nikki fall in love with Bear. It's about the journey that he could have taken. When Bear and Sarah interact, this is the journey that should have happened. Organic, like the Garden of Eden, bro. Before the serpent ever told Eve to ever eat the apple, okay, all Adam and Eve had to do was just be organic human beings. then God would have given them companions. If he wanted to like just birth humans out of dust, God could have done it. But God didn't, because it's about the process. And this video obviously is about the Obsession movie, but fuck that. This is my stream, my YouTube channel, my live stream, my content. I can say whatever I want. This goes back to the idea of debuting. When you debut and you enter into a specific workforce, a specific, quantum leap, whether it be a college degree, a high school diploma, getting a new job. What ends up happening, and this is crazy human psychology, it's called hedonic adaptation. I want everyone to write hedonic adaptation on their fucking forehead. The reason is because when you finally get the thing that you want, if you're a K-pop trainee, you finally become a K-pop idol. If you're a person in college, you finally get your high school degree. You're someone that's unemployed. You finally get employed. There's something that you want to do. If you're an esports legends player, you're waiting to get signed by a team. You finally get signed by an organization. You're a beatboxer. You finally get your first beatbox performance. Something along those lines of you debuting for the first time. Why does it not feel the way that you imagined that it would feel? I'm going to say that a lot, okay? When you finally get the thing that you want. This goes for millionaires and billionaires too. If you are an SMMA owner and then you finally make $1 million. If you're a lumber or an irons worker, or someone in clothing or whatever, and you finally make $1 billion. After a decade of building your clothing brand, you finally can make $1 billion. If you are, a farmer and you want to, make farms and food for your community or whatever, and then you want to become a millionaire through distribution, and then you finally become a millionaire. You finally get what you want. Why does it never feel the way that you thought it would feel? Why? It's because of hedonic adaptation. Now, here is my greatest advantage. For some reason, I never want to hedonic adapt to anything. My first $1 million, I wanted to feel like I'm a 12-year-old kid with a fucking $100 bill for the first time. When I finally do my debut performance at Coachella, this is what I'm saying. I'm not going to do small performances here and there. I know my worth. As a rapper, my debut first legit performance is going to be Coachella. Okay? So at that point, it's not going to feel the way that I expected. Because at that point, I have teams. I would have lots of money. I would have gradually increased my record label. Okay? I would have gradually this and that. Okay, and this goes to another point. One of my favorite K-pop idol groups ever, and my bias in that group. What she said is when she saw herself on TV, it wasn't the way that she imagined. Because think about it, if you're a little girl and you see your celebrity idols on TV and then you want to be on TV. Then finally she became a trainee. She debuted. She did all this stuff for years and years. And then she finally sees herself on TV on the platform that she wants. And she goes, just shrugs her shoulder. Oh, that's me. Okay. What about the inner child of you being like, oh, look at that. I want to be like that princess on TV. And then you finally get on TV. You're the princess on TV. But you just, okay. How? How does that not make any sense? You should be freaking out. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, right? No, you're not. And here's a few reasons why. And I'm going to go through them. The first one being hedonic adaptation. Meaning you get desensitized, bro. It's fucked up. Because you should never get desensitized to the things that you work so hard for. If you are a millionaire, do you know how hard you had to work to make $1 million? Never get comfortable. Bathe in your success. Marinate in your success. Move with excitement. Like my sister said, move with existency. Existency. Whatever the word is, okay? This is what I'm trying to say. Exuberance, right? Exigency, exuberant. Those are two different words. Anyways, where's my dictionary? Here. I got my dictionary right here. Let's find this word. Trusty dictionary. This is my dad's dictionary. Okay, letter E. Letter E. When's the last time any of you ever used a dictionary? Holy shit. Exigency. Is it with a J or with a G or with an X? Ether. Wow. That's crazy. This is my ether flow. This is my vibrate high, vibrate slow. I did a song. If you're a true SLX fan, you would know that song. Okay. Exigency. I knew it. Exigency. I can't believe I actually found it. Okay, thank you to my sister for teaching me this word. Exigency. Urgent, need, emergency. The reason why when she saw herself on TV, there was no exigency is because, and my AI and I talked about this, bro, and I was like, my mind I just kept unlocking the cheat code of the Matrix, right? I kept unlocking new data points. I kept unlocking I kept increasing my elo in the video game, okay? The reason why K-pop idols can feel detached from their own sponsorships, feel detached from their own music, feel detached from their own commercials, feel detached from their own movies, is because it's not them. In the Obsession movie, where they're at the party, and then she smashes the bottle, she's stabbing herself. It's not me, it's not me, it's not me. It's fucked up, but it's kind of how the K-pop idol industry is formatted. Because even though these idols are in front of millions of people, flashing lights, literally blasting lights in their face, verbal abuse, people screaming, at the top of their lungs at them. Hundreds of people, staff, whatever, telling these people what to do, where to go, how to do this, whatever, a cog on the wheel in the machine. The reason why they can feel detached from their own songs, their own music, their own commercials, their own movies or whatever, is because they are just a face, a facade, a product. Dude, what the fuck, bro? Where's the ethical parts? Where is the humanity? This is dehumanization. And then if you watch the vlogs, they talk about, oh, I'm eating healthy. Oh, my sleeping habits. I'm just a regular girl. I'm just a regular guy. I'm just a regular person. No, you are a cog on a wheel designed by executive producers, whatever. Everyone else that is like not doing what you're doing. These older people telling you what to do, how to do it, where to be, how to act. You lose all your individualism. That by the time you see the finished product, you're drained of all of your humanity. You're just a soulless box on TV. You want it to be on TV, but it's not the way that you expected. To my sugar fairies, my babies, you want it to be on TV, but finally when you got on TV, why does it not feel the way that you expected? It's because you allowed yourself to be used by the machine. And this is why sovereignty is so important. This is why America, July 4th, 1776, bro. 250 years of independence. Because us as Americans value our sovereignty. But why? What about slavery? What about this and that? What about the railroad system? What about the Trail of Tears? This is the karmic debt that America's going through, bro. Why do you think that Abraham Lincoln got assassinated? Why do you think that JFK got assassinated? Why do you think that Martin Luther King got assassinated? Why do you think that Charlie Kirk got assassinated? Why? It's because these martyrs are standing for what America truly is. America was never meant to be built on the backs of slaves. That was never the intention of the founding fathers. Okay? That was never the intention of the founding fathers. Even though some of the founding fathers had slaves, it was never the intention for America to be built on railroad tracks, on slavery, on the Trail of Tears. America was never supposed to be built on that foundation. And so even though it is now, this is why the Sinners movie is important. Is because now there's a karmic debt that needs to be paid. America is built on the backs of the Trail of Tears. America is built on slavery. America is built on the railroads. America is built from the gold rush, from World War I, from World War II, from women having to stay home when the men have to go fight the wars. This is what America was built on. Okay? That because of those horrific events, now my generation, my Gen Z, has to make up for all of the horrible things that our ancestors did. Our American ancestors that were slave owners, our American ancestors that endorsed the Trail of Tears, our American ancestors that forced labor on the railroads, okay? Now our generation, Gen Z, is paying the karmic debt. This is why it is so hard to find a house. This is why it's so hard to find a job. This is why it's so hard to survive in this new economy. It's because we have to repay all the bullshit that our ancestors did in this to build our country. This is why sovereignty in the 250th year is the most American thing. Because Americans value sovereignty over anything else. Give me liberty or give me death. Give me liberty or give me death. You understand? Give me liberty or give me death. And in the Killmonger scene, where Chadwick Boseman and Michael B. Jordan, okay? In the scene where T'Challa hits T'Chaka, Killmonger, and then he says, our ancestors knew that death was better than bondage. Charlie Kirk would rather get shot for speaking up. MLK was ready to die. JFK was ready to die. Abraham Lincoln was ready to die, bro. Fuck! This is why, bro, when Americans do things, the whole world feels it. Everyone wants to be American. We might as well call Earth America at this point. There's no more countries. There's no more Earth. There's no more races or whatever. Everything's just American. Earth is America. We are not Asian. We are not black. We are not Mexican. We are not white. We aren't whatever, you name it. There's only one creed on this planet that is being American. It is because Americans value liberty and sovereignty over life. I would rather do my freedom than whatever, and I'd rather do my freedom than be dead, okay? And this is the impact, bro. And this is so irking because these K-pop trainees go through so much, bro, to then just end up feeling empty on the inside. Versus in America, year after year after year of deliberate step, $10,000, $100,000, $1 million, $10 million year after year of grinding and grinding and grinding, that when we achieve our sovereignty, the reason why the whole world feels it is because the biggest things take time to create. Now, why do I say that when K-pop idols see themselves on TV, they're able to detach? Is because they essentially put in no work. If you are a K-pop idol, all you have to do is show up, You do your hair and makeup. You do your fun little choreographies. You do your lunch breaks. You whatever. You're this K-pop idol. You do whatever. And then think about the crew members that are building the set designs for your music videos. Think about the crew members that are building the set designs for your music bank performances. Think about all your makeup artists, all your hair designers. Who are the fashion designers that are actually knitting your clothes for you? Who are the people building the boots and the shoes that you're wearing? Who are the people designing the nail polish and your jewelry that you're wearing? Real humans. Who are the editors of the videos? Who are the this and that? But we never feel it because it's a detachment of human. It becomes a product. And this is why American stuff is way better, is because in American culture, you have to grab your life by the fucking nutsack, bro. Like Thanos' nuts. You gotta grab his balls, those big ass purple balls. You gotta grab Thanos' nutsack, bro, and grab life like that. Thanos' big ass nutsack, bro. Just gotta grab that shit. That's how you have to live life. Think about it. If you squeeze Thanos' nuts, that's why he has no biological kids. Think about it. Thanos could have easily conquered planets and whatever and had like a bunch of wives. But he doesn't. He has 2 adopted daughters. If you think about it, Gamora and Nebula are not Thanos' biological daughters. Those are his adopted kids. And this goes back to one battle after another. This goes back to semen retention. Why is sex and lust and love separate? Because the crazy mother loved Bob Ferguson, but not enough to conceive his child. So she had to rape the weird army sergeant officer. Fuck, man. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna end this live stream here, bro. Give me liberty or give me death. Give me sovereignty or give me death. Sovereignty, bro. July 4th. No other country has a July 4th. And this is a part that I don't understand. If everyone wants to be American so bad, why don't other countries just adopt the Constitution that America has? I don't understand. It does not make any sense. And if you think about the other constitutions that are written for other countries, they're fucked up. A lot of you have to do your research, but the Constitution in America isn't the only Constitution that exists. Other states and provinces and countries have constitutions. The reason why it never goes to the public eye, the reason why the constitutions never get posted or publicized or on the front page of the news is because they're fucked up, bro. Some of the constitutions in some of these countries are fucked up. But what can you do? It's like everyone wants to be American so bad, but there's some type of resistance to America for some countries. Oh, our country is this way because of Americans. It's Americans' fault. Like some people are raised to hate Americans. Why though? Why? It's because for some reason, other countries don't have sovereignty the way that Americans do. In America, you can go outside and freely go to any church at any time, whatever. You can read your Bible anytime, whatever. You can you can go to church, read your Bible anytime, whatever. This is the only country that you can do that. And here's the thing. It's not too much sovereignty. This is why America is a biblical country. Is because America was built by Christians, built by the Bible. The Bible literally saved America. Without the Bible, America might be not as America as we are, okay? The reason why America can be sovereign and not have crazy wars and shit, besides the Civil War, which the Civil War was crazy. If you think about it, Americans fighting each other, that's crazy. The Civil War was crazy because why are Americans fighting? Think about that, okay? Americans should not be fighting. The Civil War, in my opinion, was more pointless. Is the most why? Okay, the Emancipation Proclamation. Okay, and the Constitution, all men are created equal. Oh, what the founding fathers meant was a white male with a mule and 10 acres. Blah, blah, blah. All men are created equal. That means all humans. Okay? Why did they say that? Because humans were created in the image of God. So if every human is created in the image of God, how can we say that we're all not equal if we're all God? Okay, and one of my songs, We Are Gods. Oh wait, no one knows, SLX. No one knows that you have a song named We Are Gods. But this song is about to go crazy. When I actually get this song out to the world, it's going to be insane. Because we are humans, and humans are fundamentally different than existence itself. Humans are like an alien to existence. What does that mean? God created humans. Why? Because he wanted to explore life. He wanted to explore existence. But what other way could God have explored existence than to put himself into a temporary flesh and blood and shit and piss and vomit and fucking semen and discharge and what else is there? Squirt, saliva, eye boogers, earwax, you name it. Why? What is it? Crusty toes, crusty nails. Ugh. What is it? Crusty teeth, crusty whatever, okay? Why would God want to do that? Why? Because God is God. You can't question God. You just got to accept it. Okay, this is Virgo season in its finest. Right now it's July, but fuck it, we're in Virgo season already. Virgo season is the season of acceptance. Why? You just did your summer. And if you're going back to school now, this is season of acceptance. You can't not undo your summer. You can't undo your summer. You can't not undo September. September's coming, no matter what you think. Virgo season. Right? And a shout out to GBB. GBB is literally happening at the Brooks. Because it's September 21st to September 24th. GBB. So to all my beatboxers, right on the Brooks, where Virgo season ends, and then we go right into Libra season. Right? After September, October. Wait, am I tripping? Because Libra season goes from the end of September. So it goes, Aquarius season, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leos, Libra, then Virgo. Okay, Libra's before Virgo season. GBB is right on the brux of Scorpio season. As Virgo season ends on September 21st, and then Scorpio season begins, that's when GBB starts. Okay? Why? Because this is God. You can't question God. Like, why, God, why this? God, why this? Because I'm God. I can do whatever I want. God could have made all of us, God could have made existence completely different. God could have made the Big Bang not even ever happen. God could have made it so that, I don't even know, God could have made it that he put consciousness in, dogs or something. Imagine if God put consciousness in dogs, and then we were all just canines, just walking around, just drinking river water, hunting rabbits and shit like that. Imagine if God just poof, right now, just changed Earth completely. What if God made it so that humans could get to Mars? What if God just changed everything? He could if he wanted to, because he's God. But he made it this way because life, despite all the crazy shit that I've been saying, is not half bad. I mean, think about it. You got professional gamers. You can literally play video games for a living. You got professional musicians. You can literally play music for a living. What else is there? There's professional math tutors and math businesses. You can make a living off of just teaching math. Like, as crazy as the shit that I've been saying, life actually isn't terrible. If you want to be a farmer, you can make a living from being a farmer. Like, if you want to be a makeup artist, you can make a living from being a makeup artist. Like, imagine making a living from being a professional gamer. How grateful and fortunate is the life and era that we're living in. But why does the news push on negativity? Why does the algorithm push on negativity? It's because of human psychology. By design, human psychology is designed to look for problems. This is why horror movies are very popular, is because we can feel the flight, fright, and freeze response, but still being safe in our bodies. Humans, what the fuck? This is why humans fall into, I call them comfort loops. Okay, and this is the new thing that I'm making. When I pop off as an entrepreneur, there's a lot of things I'm going to teach people. Blitz, camps, and loops. Like, there's so many entrepreneur terminologies that I abide by and vouch for that no one knows. And the reason why no one knows is because the success that I have is not public. All of my success is private. None of you know, but I have been succeeding in private. It's called virtuoso and mysterio. You're not supposed to know what I'm succeeding at. And that's the best part. So what was I talking about? The loops, okay? It's called comfort loops. What does that mean? It's hard to explain, but there's this phenomena that I experienced. When I was in high school, during math class, for the last 5 minutes, every single day, I would block out my teacher, throw my headphones in, and then wait for the bell. I wasn't even listening. I would just walk out, didn't even care. The phenomena that I'm explaining to y'all is the whatever the fuck doesn't affect me, I'm just going to go to sleep phenomena. What that means is, even though the craziest shit just happened, you don't want to think about stuff that occurred. You just did a crazy performance. You just met a bunch of people. I don't even know. You just had a crazy argument. You just did something that's not feeling good. And then instead of addressing it, you just go, whatever. I'm just going to shut my eyes and go to sleep. That's what I call the phenomena that I'm explaining. The reason why I don't want this, and I hate this, is because we as humans should absorb everything that we're going through. But we don't. Think about it. If you are a K-pop idol, you just did a festival all day long, you just performed in front of 50,000 people. Then you're doing what? The next hour, you're just in the back room or wherever you are playing video games on your phone, acting like nothing just happened. Meanwhile, me as a begging artist would beg to perform in front of 50,000. Think about that, Sean. My nigga, think about that, my chink. My motherfucking chink, SLX. Think about that. K-pop idols are performing in front of 50,000 people like on a daily basis. And you are begging the universe to even perform in front of 1,000 people, bro. How does that make any sense? And because of me, 1,000 people is not enough? What are you saying, bro? Imagine performing for 100 people. Imagine performing for 1,000 people. No, I need to perform for 100,000 people. What the fuck? How is that possible, bro? Where are all these humans even coming from? Their mother's wombs, all these cars, they have to travel, pay for the ticket, parking, walk a mile if they park far away, just to watch me go, car, kind of go, more, die, dinosaur, surfing the fly, soar, this life, this your choice, make a noise, this life, yeah, this your choice, we raising it up, tearing it up, about to blow up, about to erupt, making noise, and making this your life, yeah, this your choice, saying we finna bow, we finna jump, making a noise, this your life, this your choice, finna jump, let's go, we gonna bounce, and then like the DJ, like, the subwoofers are just breaking shit, bro. I want the subwoofers to be so crazy that, like, you literally are just like, I don't even know, bro. Like, I want the subwoofers to be so crazy that if you're, like, pulling into the parking lot, that you can feel the warm-up music. Like, you know how before a concert, like, artists will have, like, warm-up music? I want my warm-up music when fans are walking. Here's the thing. My fan base is going to be called Babe. Right? So when Babe is walking, and Babe is single word, but it's plural. I mean Babe, but my fan base as an entity is a lot of people. So Babe, when Babe walks into, because my music, my fan base, I treat like love, bro. I treat my music like I'm making love, bro. Every song that I make, I treat it like I'm making love. This is why I'm going to call my peoples Babe. As Babe is entering the arena, the stadium, the SLX world, as y'all motherfuckers enter into my realm, as y'all motherfuckers enter into my plane of existence, you are going to feel the subwoofers in your penis. You're going to feel the subwoofers in your fallopian tubes. You're going to feel the subwoofers. Yes, okay? And as you are pulling into the parking lot, even just the warm-up subwoofers, you're going to feel the fucking shaking. I want my subwoofers in my concerts to be so crazy that if you are standing outside the stadium, it's like an earthquake that the concrete starts shaking. Like, have any of you, like, watched, like, Star Wars movies or, like, any superhero movie? When things start shaking, you see, like, the pebbles and whatnot start moving. Little, like, pebbles start shaking. The dirt starts moving. That's how crazy I want my subwoofers to be. And one of my songs, Seismic, this song is gonna go nuts. Make it the room shake, bed shake, house shake, make it the earthquake, make it the room shake, house shake, bed shake, earthquake, make it the room shake, house shake, bed shake, making the earthquake when we fucking, and making a whole ass earthquake when we fucking, making a whole ass earthquake when we fucking, and then the tempo. Making the room shake, house shake, making the room shake, house shake, making the whole ass earthquake when we fucking, making the room. Bro, imagine that, bro, but with the biggest bassing, and then just everyone going. Imagine a stadium, okay? I want everyone to imagine this. We're gonna do a meditation exercise right now. I want everyone to imagine in a stadium that can fit 250,000 people. That is 250,000 people. That means that we are all responsible for each other. In a stadium of 250,000 people, 250,000 people, we are all responsible for each other. Because in that moment, no one else, and it's crazy, because even though 250,000 is a lot compared to the 9 billion humans, in that moment, we are the only 250,000 people that are there for each other in that moment. Think about how crazy that sounds. This is what I'm trying to say. When people go to concerts and they're combined by like a common connection, whether it be an artist, whether it be a band, you name it, there's still some type of loneliness because I'm connected to you vicariously through this artist, but I don't know you, so I'm kind of lonely. We could be friends, but not really. It's kind of lonely. My entourage, my babe, everyone is going to be friends with everyone. Everyone's going to be united with one force. And the 250,000 people, the reason why it's going to work is because we are all going to be on the same page. We are all going to be on the same wavelength. We are all responsible for each other in that moment. Why? We are having a musical ritual. This is sinners in real life. The 250,000 people that I command in that moment, I am literally quantum healing you, ancestral healing you. I am sinners level healing you. Like how Sammy brought literal vampires. I'm not saying there's going to be vampires, but I'm just saying like the literal music that I create is so soulful. The music that I create is literally so soulful. Okay, my middle name now is Seoul from South Korea. My middle name now is now Seoul. That's my middle name now. Okay? My music has so much soul that the 250,000 people will be safe and we will all be on the same page and we will have controlled chaos. What does that mean? I'm going to paint this picture out. Okay? Imagine 250,000 people quaking. Make it the room shake, house shake, make it the house shake, earthquake, make it the earthquake, make it earthquake, make it earthquake. We're gonna fucking we're gonna like compact the top layer of the earth. Like, you know how earth has like layers, right? There's gonna be so many people densely packed into one arena that the foundation of concrete underneath is going to compress the earth underneath it. Let me say that again. My concerts, my festivals, my shows, my arenas, my stadiums are going to be so densely packed, even more than Ed Sheeran, okay? I'm sorry, Ed Sheeran, but you're not swole. Go to the gym, Ed Sheeran. If Ed Sheeran went to the gym, holy shit, he'd be a fucking billionaire, trillionaire, bro. But hit the gym, my guy. Anyways, imagine, bro, that many people, human beings, my babe, literal blood, sweat, and tears of human beings that are putting their whole life force into supporting me, and vice versa, my entire life force supporting the music. My music is my entire life. My literal life force, my breath, my heartbeats. When my heart fucking beats, it's music. My heartbeat is literal music. Like, yeah. Now we are rapping to the beat of my heart. Now, like, no, literally, this is my heart right now. This is the BPM of my heart. I am rapping to the beat of my heart. My heart isn't beating like a regular person. My heart, like we usually say beats per second or whatever. No, my heart beats in BPM. My heart doesn't beat in BPS. My heart beats in BPM. Even my motherfucking heart beats in rhythm, in tempo. I am always on tempo because my heart beats on tempo. I am music itself. My heartbeat is the tempo. Now imagine all 250,000 people knowing every single word to every single one of my songs. Every dance move. Everything, bro. Imagine that. Imagine. Can you even fucking fathom that shit, bro? 10-year-olds that grow up on my music, bro. There's gonna be little 10-year-olds. Think about it. I'm 23 right now. So there are babies that are being born right now that by the time they're 10 years old, they would have listened to like my music growing up. Think about that. There are 5-year-olds right now that by the time they're 15 years old, they would have listened to my music for 10 years. There are 10-year-olds right now that by the time they're 20 years old, they would have been listening to my music for 10 years. these young bloods that have moms and dads and friends and connections and dreams and whatever, goals, aims, things they want to do, accomplish, travel the world, whatever, are going to grow up with my voice in their ears. SLX, think about that responsibility. If you really want to be the best rapper ever, you have to be prepared for that type of responsibility. Your voice is going to be in the ears of young children. And music literally shapes how you think. So I need to be very cautious, but to a certain extent, about how I message my message to the world, which is, I am alive. The fact that anything can occur in my life means that I am alive. The fact that anything can occur in my life means that I am alive. The fact that anything in my life means that I am alive. This is my message. So I need to, every single song, have that be the integrity of soul of what the song is. Even if and this is the huge SLX goal. The SLX goal is 1,000 songs, baby. Who else has 1,000 songs? Right now I have 111, I think. 113 songs right now. Now it's, not 887 more. And 887 is one off of 888. 6767. Okay, SLX, we're gonna wrap this live stream up. Today's intro was about the movie Obsession, which, what's the right word? What's even the right word for that movie? Mindless distraction. The One Battle After Another movie, everyone should watch that movie. One Battle After Another, everyone should go and watch that movie. What else is there? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. We'll do a 1-minute beatbox freestyle and then end the video. You see what I'm saying? For beatboxing, even though I'm trying to use only one noise, right? I'm so good of a beatboxer, I'm still using my breath for the melody. Come on, bro.